Hey everybody, Mark from Northeast Bass Fishing. How you guys doing? I got an order today from Keitech. I wanted to show you guys before I got everything put away. And I really, what motivated me to make the order is I wanted to get some of these new, the Neco Camaron baits, the 5.5. I hope I'm saying that right. Neco. But I mean, it has been marketed as a Neco bait, whatever you want to call it, for Neco rigging. But I got some other things too, so I thought I'd show you everything and then maybe show you some. I haven't taken these out of the pack yet, so let's see how they rig up and show you a few ways I might throw it. I also got a couple of other goodies too. So I did get myself some of the 4.8, the Swing Impact Fat swim baits in that perch color, which is a color I really like in all the sizes of Keitechs I had. And I didn't have the 4.8. So I thought I would get one and show it to you. And I love that perch color. Whew. That scent is something else too. But this has been one of my favorite colors that they have. And I would imagine if you guys are like me, you're fishing in the Northeast or really anywhere. I mean, perch is one of the major forages in the lake. So this is a great way to so-called match the hatch. And if you guys watch my videos from the end of the season, I was throwing them a lot on these, the Wicked Weights underspins and doing really well. So the 4.8s, this one is this is a 3/8 and a 4/0. I'd probably use either the quarter, and depending on how deep I was fishing, if it was a shallow lake, I'd probably go with the quarter. If it was a deeper lake, I might go with that 3/8 and that 4/0. I think the 4/0 is what I was using with this last year. I think that was in that 4.8 size. But great color. So there it is again, that 4.8 Swing Impact Fat, a perch color, Keitech. And of course, I got to get a couple more of those 5.8s because I've been, stocking up on them. And I thought the shad color looked really cool, and it actually even looks cooler in real life. So that's a 5.8 inch Keitech in the shad color, that Swing Impact, the Fat. So I don't think I have this color in any of their swim baits. Whew. But that really is a cool looking color. That purple flake in there, like silver flake, that is neat. Now I will probably use, let's see which ones I pulled out here. If I'm going to throw these 5.8s, I don't think I'll throw that Wicked Weights with the 4/0 hook. I'll probably throw it with this 5/0 I have, or the 6. I'll probably look and see what Jim's got as far as the bigger sizes go, and I'll probably stock up on a few more. But I would say that 5 or that 6/0 for this 5.8. I think that will probably fit nice on there. But that's a really cool color, that shad color. I hope you guys can really see that purple in there. The light. That's cool. So those come in a 4-pack with that big size. So the Swing Impact Fat, 5.8 inch in the shad color from Keitech. And I also grabbed the same size, the 5.8 in the sexy shad color. That Fat Swing Impact. This is a color I really like. Done very well with this in all their swim baits in the different sizes and styles. But now I got it in that 5.8. So you will definitely see these in my videos next season fishing. I will definitely have these on. I will have these, some size of this on every time I'm out. Because I did get more into swim bait fishing at the end of the season, and now I'm, as they say, with no pun intended, hooked on it. I'm doing it more. I always use a lot of the smaller ones, but these bigger ones I haven't really used a lot until this year. I did grab another pack of that Hyper Spider, that new creature bait, Ned bait that they have. You guys saw the video I did on it. And this color is really, this green pumpkin with the orange and gold flake is so cool. I can see this being being the first one when I try this bait in the spring. I can see this being the first one that I throw out there, because I love that orange in there. That gold flake, that squid scent that they have is so. Whew. But there you go. If you guys haven't seen my other video on the hypercraw, check it out, or the hyper spider, hypercraw. But there's the packaging again. There's that color for you. But I encourage you to check out my other video when I introduce this bait to you guys, because I had just gotten them on my last Keitech purchase. They're cool. I'm sure every time I get something from Keitech, I'll probably throw a pack or two of these in, because I can see this being a really good Ned bait this season. And those come in a pack of 6. But you can see those colors, that orange belly is just great. Very cool bait, very cool bait. And then the new bait, this Neco Camaron 5.5 inch. I hope I'm saying it right. Neco Camaron 5.5 inch from Keitech, new bait. Has a lot of, I know they're kind of marketing it as for the Neco rig, but just looking at, at this bait, I think there's just a lot of different things you can do with this. If you guys have not seen this before, I'll show you all the colors. This is just the straight, whoops, this is just the straight black one. You guys can see that. There's what the packaging looks like. And here's the bait. So you got a 5.5 inch, and you can pop these claws apart. You got a 5.5 inch, slim craw bait. Now I could definitely see this, throwing this on a Ned. It's going to be a little longer. Your Ned hook is going to be back here, but that bait's going to go along the bottom. And I can see, and then as it gets chewed up, you can just probably chop some of these segments off, and you'll have a Ned bait. If you're going to throw it on a Neco rig, now I have not done Neco rigging a lot. I've kind of messed around with it. I've thrown a Ned more in the last few years, to be honest with you, but it's something I'm looking forward to doing a little more of. But just looking at this bait, it's pretty cool. It's not like a claw, like a pincher. It's just two. It's I don't even know if you want to call it a craw bait, really. When you look at it close up, I'm assuming it's going to, when these are flopping around the bottom, it's going to look like crayfish claws, but it doesn't have your traditional. As you can see, they're more like flappers even. But I can see these making a lot of vibration down there. And you got your eyes. It's got 2 little eyes, got a little nose. Then it's just got some segments here on the body. Probably this will be, if you're gonna, wacky rig this or Neco rig this, you probably go right to this center. This center part is the fat part of the bait. But I would just pop one of these little Neco weights in the back of it. Now, this is a 1/16. Let's see how that fits in there. And these are nice, and the Keitech baits are always so nice and soft, so you just pop that in there. That's gonna sink to the bottom. Take whatever Neco hook you want to use, and you could put an O-ring around. If you take your tool, you could put your O-ring around that if you want, and you can put your O-ring right in, probably in that little opening there. Put it right through there, and Neco rig it, or just wacky it through. But if this was on the bottom and I just popped this hook through, I would probably be okay. I don't want to harpoon these baits too much since they're new, but just popping that along the bottom, I could see that being really, really, really effective. I'm gonna take these out. I don't want to mess the baits up before I even have a chance to fish with them. But that's what it looks like. There's the black one. So it's a very slender bait. Great smell. I think it's a 7-pack. It comes in a little plastic tray so they don't get all messed up. There you go. That's the black one. You guys can see that. I'll dump them around if I show it to you that way. Let me show you the other colors. I got all the colors. One of them I assume is probably out of stock. I just didn't get it yet. But I also got the green pumpkin. Here's the green pumpkin one. Show you what that looks like up close. Very nice. You say pop that claw apart. But this, I can see this being very versatile. You could drop shot this, probably flip it. There's a pretty decent amount of plastic here. I'm definitely going to try this on that hover rig. I think it could be a really good hover rig bait. Having that hover rig like right up in the middle of this bait where it's the thickest, it'll be perfect for that. So the first way I throw this will probably be on that hover rig. Maybe this winter, while we're just talking baits, maybe I'll do some rigging with some Necos or some I'm sorry, hover rigs, and see how it looks. But there's the green pumpkin. Gotta have a green pumpkin. Put that in there. We'll put these back in the packages after I'm done with the video. Just in the package, this color looked real. This green pumpkin with the chartreuse looked really cool. So if you guys can see that color. 401T green pumpkin chartreuse, and you got 7 of them. Of course, we got the squid scent. It's a Keitech bait. You guys have never seen Keitech packaging before. There it is. You can see that chartreuse on the bottom, the belly of the bait. Just looking at the pack, this is a really cool looking color. You got your green pumpkin top section, and then all that chartreuse there to really show up in the water. That looks really cool. That's a great looking color. So there's that Neco Camaron in the 5.5 inch Keitech new bait in that green pumpkin chartreuse. Really cool. Let's see, this is that scupper nog color, which a lot of their baits come in. Which I guess they used to call cola back in the day, the old spiders. But here you go. There's that scupper nog color, which is, to me, was always kind of just like a brown. And I could even see myself taking that orange dye pen and put a little orange on those claws. There you go. Very versatile. I see this being a very versatile bait. Very versatile bait. And the last color I have is the blue black cinnamon, or blue back cinnamon. That's really neat too. Woo. That's a cool color. All the colors are great. There you go. So very versatile looking bait. I throw this on a Ned, Neco rig, drop shot, wacky rig it, you know, just a lot of different ways. And I think it's a thin enough bait, a small enough bait to be really a good finesse presentation. Show the fish something different. Get it moving along the bottom and get those little tails, I mean, I know it's really like a crayfish, but it's not, like I said, it's not your traditional, you know, claw, where it's, you know, like a split claw. But these are definitely going to make a lot of action. I mean, you could even, you know, cut the body down and put it as a jig trailer. I don't see why. You don't even necessarily have to cut the body down. Have this going along behind your jig, and these going up in the air. I can see that being pretty effective too. So this has definitely a lot of possibilities. Definitely a lot of possibilities. But when I first saw it come out, I said, you know, I think that on the hover rig might be pretty cool. It might be a pretty cool bait. But it definitely is going to have some options there. So just to recap here, guys, new bait from Keitech, the Neco Camaron 5.5 inch, and as I said, I hope I'm saying it right. Neco, but if you're going to Neco rig it, you know, you can call it a Neco, I suppose. Neco Camaron. So it's a 5.5 inch bait. I've got 5 of the colors so far. This is that blue back cinnamon, which I just showed you. I'll show them all to you one more time quick. There you go. There's that blue back cinnamon. Very nice. That scupper nog color. which is like a cola color. If you guys have thrown the cola spider or something, you know what that looks like. So there it is in the big bait. The green pumpkin chartreuse, which just kind of looking at them, this really kind of looks like the coolest one. They all look great, but I think this might be the first one I try. I just like that chartreuse on that belly. Green pumpkin. Put a little orange on those claws there. That'll catch some fish. And good old black. So I'll just kind of let you guys look at that, the body of it is, how it's kind of flares out here. Pretty thick right there, and then here's this is the thickest part right there in the middle. So if you're gonna put your O-ring for your wacky worming or your Neco rigging, however you want to fish it, But they're cool. There's the black one. So I got those 5 packs of those. Thanks for the sticker, guys. Definitely put that on the boat. Another pack of the Hyper Spider, the 3.2 inch, the new spider bait from Keitech, which is very cool. And like, if you haven't seen my other videos, you know, check out all the other colors. Very neat, very neat. And I cannot make a Keitech order and not get a couple of swim baits, especially when it's a color I don't have and it's a color I like. And I did not have the 4.8 in the perch, so I grabbed that. And a couple of the big ones. I have to start getting some of those 6.8s. I haven't tried those yet. The 5.8 in the shad color, which looked really cool. That purple on there. You guys could see that well on the video. And the sexy shad in the 5.8. So the 2 5.8s and the 4.8 along with the other goodies. So that's it, guys. So any questions on the bait? Now, obviously, it's a new bait, so I have not thrown it yet. But you know, I can just see this having a lot of options. Very versatile, a lot of options. And the fact that it's a Keitech bait and they're really soft, I can see that hover rig. I think that'll be a pretty good way to throw that hover rig. With that gliding down with those claws flopping around, I think that's going to be a really good way to throw it. And the fact that the body is fat enough, you know, I won't throw the big hover rig on there, whatever the smallest, I forget the smallest size, if a 1/32 or if it's 1/16, I forget. I'll have to look, maybe 1/64. But that thin one that doesn't have a lot of bulk to it, I think will fit nicely right in there, and that'll be a nice gliding bait to the bottom to catch some bass. So that's it, guys. I will put the links to this new bait on the Keitech website in the description. You can check it out. That's where I got them from. So they do have them in stock. As I said, there's one color that I'm waiting on still. But that's it. And you know, you got to stock up on some swim baits. It's a good time of year to stock up in the winter time, and you know, take advantage of sales when they're around, or you're just bored. Maybe your boat's got snow on it like mine, and you want to think about fishing. So you know, stock up on some tackle and a cool sticker for the boat. Get a new Keitech sticker. That's great. So that's it. Like I said, I'll put all the links to the baits I bought in this order in the description. You guys can check them out on the Keitech page, and if you're interested, and get some. Any questions on them? Like I said, I haven't thrown the Hyper Spider yet because it's new, and I haven't obviously thrown the Camaron yet because that's new. And I've been throwing these. I started throwing these, not the 5.8, but the 4.8s, and doing very well. The 4.3s and the 4.8s on the underspins. Using these Jim's underspins from Wicked Weights, working great. So I'm really looking forward to getting that more into the being in my arsenal all year next year, not just in like when I started getting into it in September when the season was getting towards the end. But I'll put a description to all links to all this stuff. You guys can check it out online. All right. So any questions, let me know. Appreciate all the support, and I'll see you guys soon on YouTube. Mark out.